What a way to start, even if it jumped the gun a little bit to our host Josh.
Oh, well, he's going back for the curtain, it's fine, Oh, never mind, there he is again.
Duke Degnan not happy about that.
I mean, look, if you didn't get the reaction the first time, even don't do the second.
Ethan Thomas loves the crowd here at Dragon Kingdom, and on their second attempt, they love him too.
You're not wrong. It's fresh off the biggest win of his career here at Dragon Kingdom, putting down the bastard son who terrorized him for quite some months. Ethan Thomas is on top of the world right now, but why is he here? He's not scheduled for right now.
Well, forget biggest win of his career, the only win so far of his Dragon Kingdom career.
Well, biggest and only, is both true.
This is true. Not scheduled as far as I can tell for a singles match, though.
Not according to my schedule in front of me.
I was about to say you're all kind of...
Ethan Thomas is a victim of bullying.
I don't mean any disrespect by coming out here and interrupting your intro to the show. I don't mean any disrespect at all. As a matter of fact, I'm actually very, very excited for the show because there is a 30-man rumble tonight. And you know what? I do got this. I'm very, very excited. I was announced that I am in this rumble. And you know what? Well, I'm going to win. I'm going to go all the way, and I'm going to become your new Trinity champion.
Big words from small man.
Did you have to emphasize his size?
Look, man, I only get to say it to so many people.
I do apologize. That's all I came out here to say. I wanted to show my gratitude to you for allowing me to be a part of this.
Oh, someone else not scheduled for right now. Can we get some order backstage, please?
Gratitude goes out the window the minute the brilliance James Ellis walks into a building, Duke. You know that very, very well.
Well, yeah, since it is the brilliant James Ellis, I think I'll allow it. I am looking forward to seeing what he has to say right now.
The bronzed Adonis James Ellis, hoping to coat himself in gold in the coming months, and winning tonight's Rumble will put him as #1 contender for the Trinity Championship, across from Josh Hawley, of course.
The best thing about Dragon Kingdom is you right now, the brilliant James Ellis.
He's not wrong.
Now, as we're coming for a compilation to start this wrestling show off, I thought I'd have my 2 bets by saying there shouldn't be a 30-person rumble tonight. There should be 30 people in this building wrestling for a chance in the Trinity Championship. It should be given to one person and one person only, and you know exactly who that is. The brilliant James Ellis, and I'm always good as gold.
I mean, I do mostly agree with what he has to say, but is the Trinity Champion defenders only in triple threat rules, so...
Hey, listen, James, right? I know you're good as gold, and I know you want the opportunities. But you're so eager for that Trinity Championship. Ethan Thomas is very eager for that Trinity Championship. So if you're so eager, how about we spice things up a little bit? How about, let's get a referee out to you right now. How about we have ourselves a little match where the winner can enter the Rumble.
And the technical difficulties may have made it difficult to hear there.
Can enter the Rumble at #1. All they have to do is beat him, beat that Chupo, and then I'm number 30.
We've got a wager.
Thank you very much.
Now, high risk, high reward here for these two competitors. The number 30 spot is on the line, a coveted position, but if you lose, you do come in #1. I think both men would have been smarter to stay backstage and not interrupt this opening.
Huge news to kick off the show. Loser of this match has to go all the way if they want to become #1 contender. The winner only has to enter at the very end. They could enter and win it straight away. Who knows?
They could very easily. It's good, a very coveted spot. The less time you need to spend in that Rumble, the better. So maybe we should introduce ourselves, Kai Sandbrook.
Well, I've said your name multiple times, Mr. Duke Degnan.
You have.
I'm Kai Sandbrook. Welcome to Dragon Kingdom. Welcome to the jungle. James Ellis hoping to welcome Ethan Thomas to the jungle with a huge, crushing defeat.
Demonstrating the power difference between these two men. James Ellis, the bigger man, easily taking Ethan Thomas back to the corner there.
Very clear to see the size difference between these two. No difference in hunger, it appears. Both men desperate to become Trinity champion. James Ellis had a shot at that prior, but unfortunately was unable to win the championship. Bested by Josh Holly.
Right back to the corner with
One of the
James.
30 spots coming to the Brill, pal, because I'm always good as gold.
Disrespect there from the Brilliance. Do you expect anything else?
No, not at all.
Hold on a minute. Didn't expect that from Ethan Thomas.
Neither did James Ellis, I don't think. Sends
Ellis
him off.
off the ropes.
Big tackle. That's what you get for messing with the Brilliance there, Ethan. Tries to hold on. Goes for a trip.
Leapfrog going for a hip toss, but blocked by James
And
Ellis.
Scouted.
I'm way too strong.
You wake up super early to catch James Ellis with a leapfrog. But a step at Rana will do it.
James Ellis always eats his Weetabix. Ethan Thomas now
Right,
charging into the corner.
Big
Huge forearm.
jumping forearm. Followed up by back elbow.
And now James Ellis early on having to counter
Sends him to the
Ethan
corner.
Thomas. And a back elbow of his own for Ethan
He's
Thomas.
ready
And
for
now
it.
Project Infinity
It's gonna
charges
fly.
something up.
Had it, James had it scouted.
Evasive technique
Over he goes.
from
Sunset
James
flip.
Ellis.
Not something you see often from Ethan Thomas, but is effective.
Not effective enough. Not the number one, not in the number 30 spot just yet. Huge satellite DDT, and now James Ellis, he's all over the shop.
Ethan has the momentum on his side. James has not been able to get out of those starting blocks just yet.
Maybe his shoelaces were tied together, I don't know. But Ethan Thomas in the early going. Not only does he have the crowd behind him, but he has the momentum to back him up too. And he is lining up perhaps the plus ultra knee, but Ellis reversed.
A back shot from James Ellis. Maybe takes the wind out of Ethan, slows him down just a bit. Spin out backbreaker, gorgeous from the Brilliance.
James Ellis does a lot of things well. Add that move to the list. As now going into the, well, I thought he was going into the cover.
Full mount for laying down strikes. Has to be careful here. Stu's discretion could cause a disqualification.
Referee already allowing closed fists. Not sure he'll be allowing them longer than 5 seconds, however, as the tide very quickly turned in the favor of James Ellis. And now on the attack.
Clubbing, bro. And again, both men came to this very comfortably, but were not prepared for this singles match. I think they would have had a smart time staying backstage, not interrupting the opening of the show.
Well, this match, one way or another, is going to change. Is going to change the tide in our main event. It's going to change the running order. James Ellis, who knows? James Ellis might have had the number 25 spot. Ethan Thomas might have had the number 2 spot. Who's to say? But whatever happens, one way or another, everyone back there, they're going to be scrambling to find out where they fit in all this. This match changes everything.
This also puts a target on both men's back immediately. Not only will one of these men entering at number 1, James Ellis with a pin here. 1, 2, that could be it.
Not quite. Ethan Thomas still in this.
Not only could both these men be entering at number 1, but whoever is now weakened. They've had a grueling match to open the show. They are an easy target. And whoever enters 3, already massive target on the back with the freshest man, but not as fresh as they could be if they stayed home tonight.
You're absolutely right. I mean, when you're in number 1 spot in a Rumble, already you were facing an uphill battle. For James Ellis or Ethan Thomas, whoever loses this match, they will be up against it because, as you said, their tank is already half empty.
It might be wise for Ethan to just accept the loss instead of getting worked over more in this grueling submission from the Brilliance James Ellis.
This is the thing. I mean, with a match like this, you've got to try it and put yourself in the position of everyone else in that Rumble. Would you rather this match go longer? Would you rather just try and get a roll-up, and if you can't, just leave the match?
If I'm backstage waiting to be in that Rumble, I want this match to go as long as possible. I want these 2 men as weak as possible in that Rumble match. That's 2 less men I need to think about.
Duke, if I was in this match, I'd want this match to go an hour. I'd want it to be a double count-out draw. Both of them have to enter a number 1 and number 2.
Now you're speaking my language.
That would be perfect for me if I was in this match. But of course, you and I, we're just on the sidelines watching
into
this.
Another backbreaker. James Ellis has been all over the back of Ethan Thomas.
Slowing Ethan Thomas down, as we've seen recently. Ethan Thomas plays quite a fast game. Ethan Thomas
Big
now
elbow drop.
at the receiving end of the Brilliance.
1, 2, that could be it.
You see, normally the Brilliance, he's one of the smartest wrestlers in any locker room. He's got a huge in-ring IQ. So for him to accept this match shows just how easy of an opponent he thinks Ethan Thomas might be.
It also just shows how much of a come-to position number 30 is.
Oh, absolutely.
If there's a risk to get the easiest match night in that Rumble, to be able to walk in, maybe throw 2 people out and win it, you do want to take that gamble.
Absolutely. Hold on, cradle pin. James Ellis able to kick out. Not as easy as that.
Low bridge, and that, if that happens to James Ellis late tonight, that could be his night over. But right now, the match does continue.
I bet Ethan Thomas is wishing that this was over the top rules as well. But alas, this is pinfall submission to a finish.
Big drop kick through the ropes. We've seen that many times from Ethan Thomas.
If I'm Ethan Thomas, I'm getting in the ring and I'm waiting for James Ellis to get back.
You cannot let James Ellis get a breath. You need to stay on him when you have the advantage, particularly after all the work he's done to Ethan Thomas.
But here's the thing: as soon as James Ellis tries to get back in the ring, you just stomp him, surely.
You think that's going to work? He was lucky to get that to work once on James Ellis. It will not work a second time on the Brilliance.
I mean, I suppose you're right. James Ellis, one of the smartest, and as we said.
And again, that ring IQ, that ring awareness, he saw an opening and he took it. Could be to see a Brill bomb, yeah.
Took Ethan Thomas down. So
Thunder bomb.
Brill Thunder. But not it.
Not enough. Not enough.
Project Infinity has infinity in the tank. He is ready to go all the way, even if he has to enter at number 1. Ethan Thomas, for me, is a favourite to win tonight.
I will say many things about Ethan Thomas, but I have heard he can go all night, and quite frankly, he's proving it here now.
Absolutely. And now James Ellis looking for a powerbomb or maybe even a pile driver. Doesn't get either of them.
Big back body drop. Maybe this is the opening Ethan needed after that Brill Thunderbomb to get his breath, get his bearings, maybe shake some life back into that back.
He's definitely going to be fighting somewhat of a losing battle as the night progresses. Whatever position he finds himself in, going into a Rumble with an injury or not 100% is a recipe for disaster. As now forearms ricocheting off the jaw of James Ellis.
Going blow for blow with the bigger man. Takes him off his feet.
Huge
does it again.
May I have another, says James Ellis.
Edward to the gut, kicks him up. Drop kick. And the momentum has once again swung back in Ethan Thomas's favour.
This match is like a pendulum. It swings from one man's favour to the other. But Ethan Thomas needs this to stay on his side now.
Big jumping DDT. Goes for the pin. Deep cover, 2.
You've got to hit something devastating to keep the Brilliance down. We've said he's smart, but he's also got the resilience of a god. James Ellis is insane in this ring. There's a reason he is a highly decorated champion across the country.
But has yet to find real success here in Dragon Kingdom. Maybe he needs this more than we realise.
Absolutely, and Ethan Thomas not had
a
lot of success. Hold on.
Nearly gets the referee.
He's done that before here in Dragon
Big
Kingdom.
boot. And the knee in return. Going for that powerbomb again.
Hold on, having to deadlift him up. Ethan Thomas trying to fight out of it, not able to do it on that occasion.
Oh, it's really lovely. Oh, big powerbomb. That could be it. 2, 3. The last second. The shock on James's face. He can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't think he even kicked out right there, to be honest. I don't know what I saw.
Well, the referee's hand did not hit for the 3, apparently so. We almost had number 30 and number 1 etched in stone. But somehow Project Infinity kicks out.
Could this be something to get into James's head? He can hear the crowd. He can't beat him, and maybe he's starting to believe it himself.
I don't think James Ellis ever believes anything negative about himself. James Ellis thinks he's the best and that he's only the best.
The knee. Oh, out to the outside. Classic James Ellis evade right there. Hangs him up on the ropes. Oh, referee on the eyes. I mean, I saw nothing, but maybe the referee should have seen that.
Well, Ethan Thomas won't be seeing anything after that.
Not for any time soon, I can assure you that much.
And now Ellis, hold on, uneasy on his feet. It's been a long match to start the show.
It's a low ceiling, Ellis. Maybe be careful. I wouldn't go up there if I were you.
There is a beam right by his head. James Ellis not comfortable at the top.
Second guessing himself maybe. Can't quite find his footing to get up there.
They're new boots. He's breaking in new boots. That's the excuse he's
up
going to
there.
go with.
Third time's the charm. Goes to the elbow. Ethan Thomas out of the way.
Wasted too much time trying to get to the
This is
top.
the opening. Ethan, you need this.
Ethan Thomas trying to get his eyes back into this.
Goes for the first alternate again. Gets blocked. Goes for underhooks.
Jackknife cover. 1, 2, 3.
He got him. He got him. I can't believe it. Ethan Thomas is entrant number 30 in the Rumble later tonight. And just as important, James Ellis, the Brilliance, will be entering at number 1. Tonight, the plan has changed drastically for these two men here.
This is monumental. James Ellis has moved to spot 1. I can confirm the original spot for the Brilliance was spot 24.
24!
Number 1, James I suggest you get yourself a quick drink, it's going to be a long night. Number 1, James Ellis.
This is a huge drop from 24 to number 1. Ethan Thomas originally scheduled for number 11. So he has moved all the way up the corner.
Massive changes for both these men. The complexion of this Rumble has changed drastically.
Everything has changed, and the Brilliance now has his back up against the wall and a sniper-like target on his head.